So I just had an interesting little Vodafone snafu I just want to tell you about, so that hopefully if you're coming here and you plan on using Vodafone, you can avoid the hassles. So I got a message today that our internet was about to be shut off because the bill hadn't been paid. And I reached out to Jesse, he's at Tumo. I'm like, I thought you paid the bill last week. He's like, I did. And I found the receipt. And I'm like, And this has been kind of an ongoing thing since we went to the US. When we were in the US, I tried paying my Vodafone online and I couldn't access my account. And I couldn't get a hold of anybody, I couldn't call. So I asked a local friend to go pay my bill while we were out of town. And then, so my friend went and paid the bill, but when you go to Vodafone, you have to be very specific about what you want to pay. So he ended up paying my internet and not our phone bills. And it was fine. We were out of town. It didn't bother us. We get back to town, our phones weren't working, and we found out that was why. So at Vodafone, we found this on several occasions. When you go in, if you just you say you want to pay your bill, they're just going to pull up the first bill that they see and pay that one. You'll have to be very specific about, like for me, I have 3 bills. I have my phone, Jesse's phone, and the internet. They're all separate. And so I have to be very clear that I want to pay all 3 of those. So we went in there and I paid for 2 phone services and I thought we were good. And then Jesse's phone still didn't work. And I went back and I looked at the receipt and I realized I paid for 2 months of my phone and not any for his. So then we had to go back and pay again and get his paid for. And then we got a notification a couple weeks later that the internet was due, so I sent Jesse to go pay it. And then I get a notification today that it's going to be shut off tomorrow. And I'm like, we just paid it. I know we paid it. So I go down there and I say, can I see my statements? I think we just paid this bill. And she says, well, you can look at the app. And I said, I can't get into the app. The app doesn't work for me. And I showed her the app and she says, you're using the wrong one. There's different Vodafone apps for every country. So if you're going to use Vodafone, make sure you use the Vodafone Albania one. Now, when I first got here, it still didn't work that great for me because it was all in skip. But now, as soon as you open it up, it gives you the option to view everything in English. So that's wonderful. So she helped me get in. I could see my account, but it's just my phone and the internet and not Jesse's account. His is separate. But apparently I can still pay his phone through my account. I haven't tried that yet. So I'm looking and I see where we paid the last month's internet. But if I scroll back, we never paid for September. So all this time we've been going in there paying all these bills. At no point did anyone tell us we had this outstanding bill. And that's why our internet's about to be shut off tomorrow, is because we've had this outstanding internet bill for several months. Which is, it's not their fault. It's my bill to keep track of, and I lost track of it. So anyway, now I can easily pay, and I did. I was able to easily pay it through the app. So long story short, if you're using Vodafone, make sure you're using the app, the right app, the Albanian app. And if you go into the office to pay your bill, make sure you specify every single bill that you want to pay. And aside from that, Vodafone has been pretty good service for us. I've never used the other ones. I've heard some bad things about the other ones, but I don't really know how they compare. The internet's always been pretty good for us. I've never had any trouble working or streaming or doing meetings or anything that I need to do, uploading, downloading. Jesse does his school and his gaming. So I'm not complaining. I think Vodafone is still a good company. It's just, one of those little things to get used to, being in a different country, is just how customer service works. So just wanted to share that with you so that hopefully you can avoid getting your internet shut off when you thought you paid it.